Boom shakalaka, what's up, what's up, what's up? Today we're going to talk about 3 ways that you can share the gospel online. My name is RK from the Commissionary podcast, the Commissionary show. How can you begin to reach people all over the world? I remember the very first test, I found that there was a question that hundreds of thousands of people were asking every single year, and that was, what does God want me to do? Or what does God want? Or what does God want me to do with my life? So I decided I do search engine optimization. I get website to the top of Google. I said, what if I get the number 1 ranking for what does God want me to do with my life? Or what should I do with my life? What does God want? And so I went to work. And this was a few years ago. Since then, Google changed its algorithm, so I lost that ranking. But for quite a while, I had the number 1 ranking for what does God want me to do with my life. And guess what? If I go and look at the analytics that Google gives you and tells you where people came from to watch this video, man, I realize people are coming from Saudi Arabia, from places that missionaries can't go to share the good news about Jesus. I had those people coming to me and finding me because of Google and listening to my answer to that question, right? What an amazing opportunity to share with people by using something like the interwebs. So how can you share the gospel with someone online? First one, create content. Find the questions that people are asking. There's all kinds of ways. You go to Google and you start typing in questions like, what does God? And it will give you a list of things that people are asking, or what does God want? Or questions about God. What you put, what God, who God, why God, right? And you see the things that Google just gives you a list of. You can use things like a tool like Keywords Everywhere, and it'll give you a list of things that people are asking about God. And then you go and create content on it in YouTube, write blog posts about it, create podcasts about it, right? Add posts on Facebook about your answering the questions that people are asking. And again, once it starts getting rankings in the top of Google, you can begin to see people reached by by just answering people's questions and posting the content online, right? Now, again, if you want some resources and you want to learn how to get things to the top of Google, I have an entire course on how to get stuff to the top of Google in the Purpose Concepts monthly training, so that you can do things like this as well. Now, the second way that you can reach people online with the gospel is by using paid ads. So both Google, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, they have an ad system where you can actually pay some money to get your content in front of people. So if I answer the question, what does God want to do with my life? I can pay Google a certain amount of money, and they'll put my content at the top. So whenever people search that from anywhere in the world, they'll see mine, and I pay when someone clicks on it. Now, one of my friends wanted to start to reach people during the COVID captivity pandemic. They shut everyone down. The ministries, they couldn't go out. So they were in another country. And so I said, hey, start using Facebook ads, because everyone is at home on their phones now. And in a span of about 6 weeks, they were able to reach every single cell phone in the country with a message about Jesus by using Facebook ads. And the cool thing is, since they're in another country that's not like one of the main countries like United States, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, right? Since they're in kind of like a third world country, way cheaper. It costs about 1/10 of what it costs to do ads in those places if you're trying to reach a third world country. So let's say you want to reach a country that you can't go to on an airplane because you're shut down in your house or whatever. Man, if they have Facebook there, you can use Facebook, and you can create an option to, hey, I want to show this message to people in this country. It's as simple as that. And then anytime someone views your content, they can go and they could possibly hear the gospel, give their lives to Jesus, right? Cool thing too is this all happens while you're sleeping, right? You don't even have to be there. You don't have to get on an airplane. You don't have to deal with jet lag. You don't have to deal with stomach problems because you ate the wrong food. You use these tools like Google and Facebook to go reach them. Okay, now the third way that you can go out and reach people for Jesus online. A friend of mine found hashtags that people use that have to do with depression and despair and hating life and all these problems. And she searched for those hashtags. So you can go to Instagram and you could search for those hashtags, right? Like, I don't know, I want to die, or, I can't remember which term she used, but find hashtags people use when they're hopeless and search for that on Instagram. And what she would do is whenever she found a post with someone saying that stuff, she would DM them, comment on their post, DM them, and she would begin to share with them, trying to bring hope in a hopeless situation, right? Super easy, not too hard to do, and you can start reaching people. People are putting their problems out there online. You can minister to people and bring hope where there's no hope. Know what I'm saying? So those are 3 ways that you can reach people online. 1, create content that people can find in YouTube and Google. Use paid ads like Facebook or YouTube or Google ads or Instagram ads. Finally, use hashtags and go bring hope where there's no hope. All right, guys. Again, if you want to see an in-depth training on this, go to Purpose Concepts Monthly. I have a challenge that I did called the Online Outreach Challenge, where I train people for 5 days in depth how to do all these things that I'm talking about. And go get it at Purpose Concepts Monthly. I give it as a bonus for free if you join Purpose Concepts Monthly. All right, guys. Till next time.